What do you make of what Bruce Arians said about Mike Evans being open?
Well, I mean, look, if he was open or not, that don't matter. You got out coach, BA. And it started on the sideline. Like, it was head games being played early in that game, and no one could ever adjust. And instead of trying to push the ball 20 yards downfield, what about some quick, easy outlets? What about some screens? What about do what the Saints was doing? Potentially, that could have helped you in the football game. The rush was all over Tom Brady. The offensive line did not hold up well. It's hard as hell to see your wide receivers wide open if you ain't got time to see them wide open. So there should be no look. Some of this is Tom Brady's fault, and he's not absolved from how bad and poorly he played as well. But Bruce Arians and Byron Leftwich damn sure didn't help him play better either. So before we done been down this road before with BA. He calls players out. That's what he does. They have a level of respect for him. But this ain't the time to call no players out if you go back and look at that film and see how you got out coached.
I wanted to come in today and spend most of my time praising the Saints defense because they deserve praise. How about my boy Trey Hendrickson, Marcus? You know I've been on him all season, unlike Bruce Arians. But the second, and you guys know this about me, the second they threw not one, but 2 goal line fades.
Oh, no.
I had to come for the coaches. and I got to come for all the coaches, right? Because, Marcus, you laid out some of the mistakes they made on offense. I think some of the target distribution was a real issue for Tampa Bay, by the way, not getting their better players involved, but also on defense. Okay, Todd Bowles has had a great season, but how are you going to play a soft zone against Drew Brees? That is like walking into a playground with a kick me sign taped to your back. It's not what you do best. I was befuddled by their game plan on both sides of the ball, and while the execution was lacking as well, Tom Brady didn't play well, some of the Bucs secondary didn't play well, the coaching was bad.
I agree with you guys, and we've all pointed out like the players haven't played well. And this is a team that the players, for a great majority of this season, have played really well. At times, they've been dominant. So that's why it is unequivocally about the coaching staff. I want to talk about the offense to start. Okay, so you go into this game, and there's no Ali Marpet, one of the better offensive linemen that you have. You're going against a good defensive line. And so, number one, your thought process should be, what's the best protection plan for us? How do we make sure that we can protect against this front? First of all, don't put your rookie tackle on play 1 against Cam Jordan. Mina, you talked about the defense. 16 snaps in the first half. Yesterday, they played zone against Drew Brees. 8, they played man. You know what Drew Brees does better than anybody? Move defenders with his eyes. You know what defenders can get moved in with eyes in? Zone coverage. This game is 100% on the coaches for Tampa Bay, and you have to adjust.
Yeah, throughout the night as we were watching the game and talking to each other about it, we're like, man, it feels like Drew Brees has all the answers to this test. Not the same could be said for the Bucs. And listen, Adam, we all on this show picked the Buccaneers to win the game. I mean, it's no secret that doesn't go well for the team that we pick when we all pick the same team. But what did you make of last night's loss for the Buccaneers?
Well, stop the parade. Everybody's been talking about a Super Bowl in Tampa. It was going to be the biggest home game that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had in over a decade now. First Sunday Night Football appearance in 12 years. And everybody, I think, got a little bit ahead of themselves. We saw all the experts picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think the New Orleans Saints feasted off that last night. They love the fact that on ESPN, on NBC, everybody's picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, except New Orleans' offensive line played better. Its defensive line played better. And Tampa Bay got swept up in the excitement of getting Antonio Brown in there and having all these newfound players. They got schooled last night, and that team now needs to turn it around, and that's not the place you want to be midway through the season, Laura.
Yeah, it's interesting. The Bucs actually ran the ball just 5 times last night. That's the fewest ever recorded in a National Football League game.
Yeah. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.